I'm ready to see Michael die. I mean, ready to play.
Okay. Yeah. With friends like you, who needs enemies? All right. And then the D4 is ready. All right. Excellent.
That's a compliment, right?
It could be. It could be.
Yeah.
I guess it depends on your personal preference.
Whose turn was it?
We are going to start at the top of the round because I have no idea. In fact, what I'm going to do is...
If you wouldn't mind recapping a bit for Michael.
Yeah, I will. Let's see.
Well, you're almost dead.
Yeah. I mentioned that. Yeah, so okay.
Yeah, Alex doesn't know how to play your character.
Hey, I kept him at the back of the group as long as I could, and then he had to come out and actually defend some of you guys. So I think I did pretty good with him, all things considered.
I thought so.
You act like I ran away and left him there to die.
That's also true. Well, what did it with those two back-to-back criticals?
Well, let's let Michael decide on that when he watches the thing, if he wants to.
There you go. Although he won't see the dice rolls, but you guys all saw them, so it was a fair cop. Anyway, yeah. So when we last left our heroes in air quotes, you had camped out the night before in a cave a short distance away from the Hill Giant stronghold. So you had spent the night there, were able to revitalize yourselves enough to take on the day, and the next morning you continued on to the keep. As you passed through some heavy woods, and as you came out the other side, you looked down the hill and you saw this site that you see on the screen before you, which is the stronghold itself. You started to discuss various options, what you were going to, various plans and so forth, such as, are we going to burn it down? Realize that's not really a very good option. Think of various ways to sneak in, etc., etc. So, it took a while, and at one point you saw a patrol coming out of the keep. There were four giants in all. One leader, two regular soldiers, and one regular soldier with a dog, a rather large mastiff. It would be large to you guys anyway, but for him, he kind of carried it more like a guinea pig that he kept in a pouch on his side that he took out and put on the ground to either probably for hunting or sniffing out the blood of various Englishmen. So they began heading up the hill, and Ferret's dog kind of let out a bark that alerted them that there was something going on up the hill there. So they sent two of their men up to see what was happening, and for lack of any other way to put it, wacky hijinks ensued. They attacked whomever they could see. They were in turn attacked. Ferret was badly wounded and ran off into the woods with a giant in pursuit. The giant with the dog, which they had called up to kind of sniff out where you guys were, was neatly entangled by the cleric that we had with you. Well, you thought it was a cleric. He's more of a druid, really. And the leader only came up after he blew a horn a very loud horn, presumably signaling an alarm of some sort. That turned out to be the case, as just before we ended the last session, the gates of the stronghold opened again, and 6 more giants in heavy ringmail armor, not ringmail, studded leather armor, rather, came out with some rather large axes and spears, and they're essentially charging up the hill to this great thunder. And that's where we were. I don't believe... Tashif, what is your character's name again?
Tessos?
Yeah, right. Tessos, okay. I don't believe Tessos had been hurt, had he?
Yes, actually. He took...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, his full hit points are 37, and I have the number 27 written down, so...
Okay,
yeah.
so he did take a hit. Okay. Oh, that's right. It was a spear. That's I think the guy you entangled managed to throw a spear at you, I believe, to try and get you and clipped you a bit with that. Then we have Zilus, right?
Yes.
And Zilus, you were as I recall, you had ducked into the bushes and were trying to evade this this other giant that was basically trying to play whack-a-mole, slamming you to the ground with that.
Yeah.
So you managed to evade a couple of hits, but he's still clearly means to turn you into jelly.
As I recall, I didn't cast any defensive spells, right?
No.
Because it wasn't my turn yet.
That's correct.
And I did cast Ray of Enfeeblement on one of them, right? Because I forgot to write that down. Okay.
Yes, in fact, I believe that's the one that is swinging at you.
Oh. Huh.
Oh no! Wait, no, that's the one that. Yeah.
I think it's the one swinging at Michael's character.
No, because that one was still in good shape. It was either the one that was on you, or the one that chased after.
In that case, if it was the one who chased after Ferret.
Okay. So the one that chased after Ferret is enfeebled, which is certainly helping his escape at least. Marlon managed to step out and attack one of the giants and he drew 2 of them at one point, but he's been badly beaten and is looking a little worse for wear. His armor has protected him a great deal, so most of the blows have deflected off, but 2 very square hits have caused him some serious concern about his health. And that I think that sums up where everyone is at this point.
I think it was I forgot how to pronounce your name. Thashif's character's turn, and that's why we were trying to wake him up, and that's where the session ended.
That's right, Tessos. Okay, so we'll start with that is an excellent point. So we do know where we stopped. So we'll start with Tessos, and but just as a matter of fact, it's going to be about 2 rounds before the 6 giants that are charging up the hill will reach you.
Okay, guys.
Okay.
Do you want me to when it's my turn? Sorry. I need to say this before I forget. Do you want me to cast defensive spells, or do you want me to stop the giants, or try to stop the giants?
Whoa, hold on. You can't ask them unless you can actually talk to them in game.
Oh, right.
You can the players.
Sorry, I'm an idiot. Right. Good point.
Yeah.
In that case,
you're shouting this across, but it's kind of a bad idea to shout your tactics across the battlefield.
In that case, I'll wait for my turn to speak.
All right. No, you can speak. Just if you'd have to yell it out to the people near you to hear them. Just not asking the players.
All right.
So, Tessos.
Okay. So if I'm picturing the scene correctly, I have 3 mirror images.
Yes.
Left.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
and there's no giant running at me, right? There was just the guy who was entangled.
Yeah, not unless you count the 6 that are heading up the hill to everyone. But
The one that was attacking you is attacking
there's
me.
no immediate threat. Hold on, Zilus. There's no one in immediate threat range of you. There's the closest one is the one that is attacking Marlon, and
Okay.
and a short distance away from him is the one that's attacking Zilus, and then the next nearest one is the one that is the one that is entangled. It is currently the leader of this particular group of them, at least. That is, it's the one that's going after Zilus at this point. And he so far he is I don't believe he's injured. You check.
Zilus?
No. This the leader of this particular band of giants.
I think he cast a spell at him.
Yes, but he's not. But there's
No hit point damage.
yeah, no hit point damage. And and the other one has taken some damage from Marlon, so that gives you an idea.
Okay. So I see the 6 giants coming up the hill, and I say, oh, party crashes. So, you want to play it rough, huh? And I cast Lightning Bolt at the nearest one.
Okay.
Now,
Okay. The nearest one. In fact, I tell you what. Roll me a d6. If you get a 4, 5, or 6, you can get the two giants in the line of fire. 'Cause they're all kind of moving around, so they'd have to line up in their combat. But I'll give you a 50-50 chance for that. So.
no.
Okay. All right. So you just need to pick which one of the ones, because you can reach either of them. You can you can reach all 3. You can reach the one that's entangled. You can reach the one that's on Marlon, or the one that's on Zilus. So
Okay, the one that's on Marlon.
Okay.
So that's 1d6 for each level of experience. So that's 5d6.
Correct. And he gets a reflex save. So I'm going to leave a minus because he's not paying attention to you right now.
So that's 13. So if he makes the save, he'll
Now he
take...
fails.
Okay.
So a crack rings through the forest as the lightning bolt flashes and sears the giant. He is he's badly injured, but he hasn't dropped yet, and but now he has this big smoldering black mark on his armor on his side.
Oh, come on.
Okay, and next in line was I believe Ferret was next, so Ferret, you're still running. You've essentially lost. Your opponent has lost sight of you, but of course he's still running behind you in your direction as you're running. So although he no longer has any visual sighting of you, he's still very threatening.
All right, I take a moment to pull some dust out of my pouch and toss it over me to try and look visible.
Okay. All right. So you just kind of dump the dust on top of you as you duck around the tree.
Yeah, and I'm going to go ahead and wait. Do I need to make like a hide check or something?
No, I believe dust of disappearance is basically total invisibility. So you can if you want to try and make sure that he doesn't like step on you, because he's going to charge right through the area you're in. So you would certainly want to get out of the way. But
Yeah, I'm gonna wait to the side, and when he passes by, I'm going to try and sneak up behind him and take him out.
okay.
I guess that's my turn.
Yep. Okay. All right. Let's see, Zilus.
Is it my turn?
Yep.
I just want to ask something, but I realized at some point it was probably a dumb question because it was the first edition, so it probably doesn't work like that. There are no skills in AD&D, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Anything like that would be a
Ability check.
an ability check. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
no.
figured. Because I was trying to find them on my sheet, because usually there are skills, but yeah.
Mhm.
So the big guy, the guy with the giant hammer, the giant hammer, he's still basically trying to get me.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He wants to smash you in the worst way.
And do I know that there are giants running towards us?
Probably. At this point, it's hard not to see them coming up the hill, and seeing the panicked looks from your companions probably is a giveaway as well.
All right. Oh, this is. Am I like close enough to him that I can't run away without giving him an attack of opportunity? If that's even a thing in the setting, probably is.
Yeah. There's no attack of opportunity, but he'll basically kind of follow after you if you try and run. He'll still probably be able to attack.
Yeah. Okay. So it's basically the same thing as standing still.
Kind of, yeah. Unless you're gonna have an advantage getting to someplace, someplace he can follow or something like that. But.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna yell out first. You guys need help, or should I deal with the giants?
The only one who can't hear you is Ferret, because he's way off in the woods at this point, so he's not nearby. But everyone else should be able to hear you. You're not terribly far from each other.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't give myself away anyways.
Well, fair enough, but you're still gonna hurt him if you were nearby, even if you weren't gonna respond.
Mm-hmm.
But your other companions do hear you. So,
Ears, I'm busy.
do either of you? Okay, neither of you respond. Okay, they you see obviously that your companions are rather busy, even if they did hear you. They seem rather preoccupied at the moment.
All right.
With giants trying to kill them.
So I'm assuming it will take them a bit of time, the giants running up to us, to actually get to us, right?
After this round, it'll be one more round.
Okay. Well, I mean, my character is assuming, not round-wise, but like he knows he has a bit of time.
Yeah, about a minute and a half. So not a lot of time, but
Okay. I'm gonna type.
okay. No, that simply means 10 feet. No. Okay. Well, I'm gonna move on quickly then to Marlon. Yeah. Well, I'll give you a chance, but I don't want to just sit here. So we'll get on to Marlon.
All right. Well, Marlon's going to take the opportunity now that there's been a lightning bolt to go ahead and slash at the giant again.
Okay. Okay. Do you have your combat chart, or do you need me to look it up?
My combat chart. Yes, I have a D10 hit die. No. Yeah, I'll look it up from your room.
That's right. I got it. It's basically the guy you're fighting is armor class 3.
Okay.
So
That was a 3 on the D20.
okay. So not a fumble, but a clean miss. Just to double check, do you get? I don't think fighters. Yeah, I don't know. Fighters don't get 2 attacks. Okay. And that brings us to the Giants. Okay, what are you gonna do?
Just keep the hot dog clean. No, you won't. No, you won't. And stop. You're not going to do that.
Okay. Actually, the way it's set up right now is basically you guys are kind of in like a triangle position where there's you, and up at the top there's Marlon, and then at the other one there's Tassus. So they're both kind of equally distant from you, more or less, about 20-25 feet or so. So 5 feet per level. Oh no, 10. Or, okay, yeah. Yeah, you wouldn't. I don't think those would be close enough to each other to do so, but that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Just go ahead. So they are. That's what I'm saying. Okay. All right. Okay. It's a close spell. Yep. Okay. So it's a -3 on that. Okay. Okay. He is held. So he comes up with his hammer and he's getting ready to swing down another blow, and he freezes in mid-step. He just has a snarl on his face as he's about to bring his hammer down, and it stops. Okay, great. Okay, and now it's back to Giant's turn. Let's see. We'll do the one. Actually, we'll do the one with Ferret first. He comes bounding around the tree, and into this kind of little clearing between a small clump of trees where you actually are, and he kind of like takes a couple attempted to he slows down to a small slow fast walk, and then kind of stops, and he's looking around, and his back is in fact to you.
Okay.
But he's going to try and look around, and you see he's kind of sniffing, and you see a little bit of dust in the air still, not enough to actually cause any disappearance, but enough where he's like, what's that terrible smell? And so he's kind of looking around now. He does not, however, see you. Another one, the one that is still swinging at Marlon, attacks.
Must.
What's that? No, let's not do that right now. Yeah, thank you. Okay. Miss. And I can't do anything. Okay. So that brings us back to Tessus.
Okay, me against a bunch of giants.
Well, what you see the leader there seems to be frozen in mid swing. The one that is still fighting Marlon is looking pretty ragged. He's not he's not in pleasant shape right now. That's the one you just.
I held a lightning bolt.
Yeah, that's the one you just lightning bolted. Yes.
Okay, well, I'm going to go like that, and I'm gonna point at him, and 3 magic missiles
All right.
should come out.
Those hit automatically, so just roll the damage. That's should be 3d4 plus 3.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, pretty good.
Nice.
5, 10, 12.
All right.
Hey, that's close to my freaking lightning bolt damage.
I know. Huh? Yeah, and it's an automatic hit, so even better. So he ends up turning his face towards you when he sees the light, and you catch him right in the throat with them. And you see these balls of energy slam into his throat and kind of explode in these little bursts of blood, and as it takes out a good chunk of his throat, his head kind of topples back, still held on by the spinal cord, but a lot of the tendons in front have been exploded and burned by the missiles, and he tumbles backwards, smoking, with a great boom as he hits the forest floor.
Okay, should probably hide.
Well, that'll be your next turn. Ferret.
All right.
So there's this big dumb giant who is who he kind of sensed there was something up because he came into this clearing and he couldn't hear you or see you anymore, and then he kind of he smells this weird smell in the air. So he's kind of sneezing and trying to figure out what it is, but his back is to you. So, but because he knows you're around, we're gonna do I'm gonna have you make a move silently check to actually surprise him.
All right. I actually had the dice ready for that.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
You don't need to worry about it. I'll take care of him. They're not anywhere near you, so it won't affect you or your character. Don't even worry about it. That's okay.
Don't worry. I'll take care of him. I rolled successfully on my move.
Okay. Okay. Good.
And I will now attempt to attack.
All right.
Here we go. Nope. I rolled a 3.
Oh man.
Well, 5 altogether, but still.
Yeah. Yeah. Even with any other bonuses. Okay. Yeah. So you unfortunately do give yourself away though. So he's like, "Oh, why you little?" And he's obviously going to turn on you in his next turn. Zilus. Six. These are much more heavily armored, by the way. These guys are rigged for a serious battle. What's that? What's that? Well, they're a bit spread out now. They're probably about 10 feet from each other. That's 20 feet. So, they're I would say that any three of them are within 20 feet of each other, but not all four of them. Mhm. Okay. All right. So yes, yes, yeah. They're within range. They get a reflex save, and for half. That is correct. Well done, sir. Okay. That is correct.
This is why everyone knows the spell Fireball.
Okay. Okay, hang on a sec. Let's see. 5, 10, 17, 21, 22,
28.
28. All right. Okay, so. Okay. All right. So that you see this explosion, in the middle of this open field of grass, which ends up in this small little mushroom cloud that's that rises into the misty sky, and they're just they a couple of them stagger and almost fall, but they keep running, this look of rage on their face as they continue up the hill. And Marlon.
Marlon sort of slinks down on his sword, reaches into his cloak, and drinks that extra potion of healing.
Okay. So roll a percentile, and you have an 80% chance of success, so just don't roll above an 80.
All right. And that's 2d10, right?
Yeah, and you just pick which one, which one comes first. Yeah.
Well, I'll use the first die. I'll use one die. The 10s is a 7 and a 4.
Okay, 74. Close, but it worked. So you do 3. So you get back 3d8 plus. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I assume you drank the whole thing?
Yes.
Okay, so 3d8 plus 3. Because the extra healing potions you can actually drink in parts if you wish. But yeah, I suppose at this point there's really no point in doing parts.
All right, so we'll take the 14.
Okay. So that brings us to the giants. All right. Well, the one that was in front of you in any case has collapsed in front of you in a in a cloud of a cloud of blood and bloody smoke and spray. There's another one frozen near you, and one who's still entangled in these vines that have crept up from the ground, and he's kind of waving to his companions who are charging up, like, come on, they're here. There's a wizard. Get the wizard. which cheers Zilus up not at all. Meanwhile, the other, of course, it probably cheers Tessus up a little bit because he doesn't look like a wizard, but has done wizardy things too. But in the meantime, Ferret is attacked.
Yay!
16. I'm pretty sure he hit you. All right. Yeah, he's just going to basically be grabbing a deadfall log from the ground, and he's just swinging it at you. Good for you on that one. That's 6 damage from that. So he manages to swing this tree down at you, which kind of cracks when it hits catches you and hits the ground mostly, but enough to do some damage. And it is in fact your turn to retaliate.
All right, it's actually entirely up to you, and I don't even know what this would do, to be honest.
Okay.
I was thinking of throwing some of that dust of disappearance in his face while making an attack.
Mm-hmm. Probably wouldn't do anything.
No?
No. Well, in fact, he's well, you might make him invisible, but that would kind of be bad for you, wouldn't it?
Invisible giant, please no.
Right.
This is something we could do as a prank, but not in combat.
I mean, if you try to blind him, then you'd be better off just grabbing, grabbing handfuls of pine needles from the forest floor, of which there are plenty.
All right, I can do that.
Yep.
Do I get a negative to my attack for doing that?
It's just a throw. No, because it's basically just a throw attack. Hang on. I'm gonna give it a. They have a hurled.
Or is it just gonna be I'm gonna have to wait till next turn to attack?
Get the knife?
No, I'll let you just scoop down, because basically I'm just gonna say you're bending over and just scooping some and throwing it. So okay. I'll let you do that this round. Make your roll at -2, and it's you actually have a better chance to hit because you're hitting an area, because it's kind of a splash effect. I'm gonna treat it as a splash effect. So you're just basically trying to splash these pine needles into his face.
All right.
So.
Oh God, really? So that's 2 - 2 is 0.
Yeah, you end up swiping the pine needles onto his feet. He's not sure what the he looks down puzzled at first, and for a moment it looks like he's going to pull his foot back, like he's not sure what you're doing to it. But he quickly realizes that it's not necessarily an attack or anything. But all right. Sorry, Tessus. He was actually supposed to go before you, but that's fine. You guys are kind of separate anyway. Tessus.
All right. Okay, so the giants have come up the hill.
They will be able to attack the end. Well, basically the beginning of next round.
Okay. Okay, and are they the only giants that seem to be clustered together?
Yeah, they've actually kind of spread out a little bit now since the fireball.
Okay.
They've actually put some distance between each other since the fireball.
Alright, sounds good. Okay, so there is one giant left between me and Zilus?
Yes. Well, there's two giants. There's one that's held through some sort of magic, and there's one that is entangled through your magic.
Okay, and entanglement, the vines are flammable?
Oh yeah, they do remain flammable. Yes.
Okay, well, I pull out a scroll and I search through my messages with you to find the rules for said scroll. In
Okay.
character, of course.
Yeah.
And then I cast... You know what? Only fire darts? Yep, fire darts. Mighty fire dart.
All right. Excellent.
Okay.
All right. So is I don't know off the top of my head. Is there a roll for those, or do they math it?
Casting time 1, saving throw, no special. It doesn't seem to be a hit thing.
Okay. Then,
Okay, so
then you just say what they want to hit.
okay, so it says 1 fire dart for every level that the caster has obtained. Is that just my magic user level?
What was that? Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So 2 dots are going to the vines and 3 darts are going to the giant.
Okay.
Preferably his head.
All right. All right. So roll damage on those.
Oh, it's just 1.
Oh, okay. All right. So he catches those in his head. The ones that hit the vines catch them on fire. The ones that are in here are fairly dry. So along with the pine needles, they begin to catch fairly quickly, and you see he's like, oh, and he starts to panic now.
Alright. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I can't move and cast spells in one turn?
For that one, you can. Yeah, that's a low level spell. So.
Oh. Okay, so
you can move a little bit. Again,
I'm gonna.
Depends on you're not going to get your maximum movement.
Okay, yeah, well, I'm gonna move as far as I can towards Zilus.
Okay, I'll see you get about 10 feet. So you get a bit closer. Okay. Actually, you know what? It's not that far. I'll see you're able to get to him, or at least close enough. Okay. We'll find out in a moment. Because we're gonna. Well, it's actually Zilus, your turn right now.
I say.
Right after yours.
I say to Zilus, so you're gonna get us out of here? Make it snappy.
Yes, you can. Okay. All right. Marlon, you obviously heard Zilus.
Marlon's going to run as quickly as he can to Zilus.
Okay. You get there, no problem.
Get out of here.
Yeah. Yeah, there's not much else he can do at this point. Okay. So you cast invisibility 10-foot radius over yourself, Tessus, and Marlon. So the three of you become effectively invisible. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you are now effectively invisible. You right? I don't know who that was. Okay.
That was me. I'm sorry.
The giants arrive, and they say, "Hey, put the fire out! Put the fire out!" You see one of them run over there, and you see he takes a tree branch and he starts beating at the fire and putting it out, which doesn't take that long actually. It's a normal fire, so it's not a big deal. He said, "Over there! They disappeared right over there! I just saw them!"
I hushed the others along so we can move the hell out of that area.
There's one putting out the little fire, and there's and helping cut his friend out of the entanglement. But two of them are charging for the area that he pointed to, and they're going to swing wildly with their battle axes into that area. So we'll see what they get.
I'm wondering, are my mirror images dispelled by the invisibility thing?
I would think they would be invisible too.
Okay.
Since they would be right next to you.
Alright.
You have invisible mirror images.
That's super helpful.
It sounds like a spell gone wrong. And that one might be. Let me see. Scissors swing wildly. This one is going to catch. This one. There, they rolled a 19 on this one. This 6. Okay. Tessus, you take 7. You see the blade come down, and you can tell they're swinging wildly, but one of them kind of comes out at an angle and gets lucky and just catches you with the edge of the blade as it cleaves into the forest floor. Which brings us to your turn, in fact, Tessus.
Am I still invisible?
If that is your real name.
Oh, yes. So, I'm still invisible?
Yes, you're still invisible because it's an area effect. It will only be dispelled if you attack them.
Okay. I was in pain. God. And I try not to make any noise or anything.
Okay.
So basically all I do in this round is I flip them the bird and I try to get out of the forest.
Well, you can't stray too far from your the spellcaster because it's you have to stay basically within 10 feet of him because.
Oh, okay.
You become visible then.
So you basically have to hold your action until Marlon's turn.
This is a very friendly sort of spell. Yeah, he has to stay close. Otherwise, it would just be an invisibility spell on a bunch of people, and you just wander off whenever. So, no, it's you have to be within 10 feet, or all within 10 feet of each other. So, if any one of you runs out of the area, I believe that dispels it. So, you all want to stay really close to each other. Huh? What exists? Yeah. He is hiding way up in the trees right now. He is terrified, and you can kind of sense his fear through your link, but he's not coming down. No, but he can sense you because he can't sense the others, but he can sense you because he has a connection with you. right now he's blending into the trees like mad and trying not to be seen. Yeah, maybe. In any case, Ferret.
Alright, so, okay, last thing that happened was I threw dirt at his foot.
Yep. Yeah, he's swinging a small tree at you. He still looks pretty weak, but a weak hill giant is still, probably stronger than the average thug you might get into a brawl with in a tavern. So it's still not safe. What you would it is such.
So after I scooped up some dirt and threw it at him, and realized I missed, I saw that my hand was trembling a little bit. So I reach into a special pouch, and I cover my finger a little bit in this other kind of dust, and I run it across my nose, and then I make an attack.
Okay, fair enough.
And that obviously didn't help because I need new dice. I'm using the on-screen dice from now on.
That's fine. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome to use what you like. Okay. Zilus. At this point, if you want to remain hidden, about the only thing you can really do is to talk or move. Yeah, and talking would probably not be a good idea, considering whispering you might be able to get away with, but no, talking is going to be kind of defeat the purpose of the spell. Yeah, the way I kind of read it is, the invisibility spells like that are very delicate. They any kind of energy that is going to interfere with it, or any kind of violent actions. But think of it like a soap bubble. Oh, they're you can smell them. They're literally 5 feet away from you, and still seem to be keen on swinging the axes at the ground right in front of them, which is where all you guys are going to clump together. Okay. Okay. Well, you definitely know where they are, but yeah, you know where they are. You can't help but know where they are. No, nothing to check for. There will be perhaps in a minute, but Marlon.
Well, Marlon's not a very smart man, but he looks over and sees the wizard laying down.
Yeah. No, I believe you guys see each other, because otherwise, otherwise it wouldn't make sense. How could you stay within range of each other? I'm gonna say you guys can see each other. It'd be a very silly spell if you could. So I'm gonna say you guys can see each other. So yeah. So anyway, go on.
I'm gonna have him go ahead and take one of those invisibility potions and run off into the woods towards Ferret.
Okay. Yeah. It was cool for a moment, because the minute he runs away from you, the soap bubble pops.
Oh, damn.
and you guys are visible. Well, no. Well, actually, they may or may not, but one of them is going to definitely swing at the two of you that are right in front of him, because they suddenly see. They see one guy running, and they see two guys who are one laying on the ground right in front of them. And
I did move. Yeah, I did move pretty much the maximum range, because I thought we were going to move away in one direction.
Yeah.
But clearly I was mistaken.
All right. So let's see. I'll say 1, 2, 3 Zilus, 4, 5, 6 Tessus. One is going after Zilus, and I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 together. One is in fact taking off after Marlon. so he doesn't bother to swing. One does swing at Tessus, who is now considered prone. Oh. Yeah,
Wait.
yeah, he is.
Tessos is prone.
No, I'm sorry. No, the giant swing is Zilus right now.
Alright.
And Zilus is yeah, right. That makes you that means you're prone, and it's worse because I just rolled a 20.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
He hit you, and then afterwards there's going to be a bowl of soup there.
No, he does see you. The minute Marlon ran away from you guys, the spell broke. No.
No?
Let me do a double check. I'm pretty sure it breaks the whole spell, but I'll take a look. La, la, la. Hang on. Right. Hang on, I'm just double checking. I want to just get rid of myself. Okay. What level is the spell? No, what level? Okay, thank you.
What spell is it?
Okay. All right. Yeah. So you are still invisible, so he doesn't get the prone bonus, but he did roll a 20. So at this point, it really doesn't matter. But yeah, that was probably second edition. They changed that because I know that at one point maybe it was third that all it takes is one person to break it. But okay. In any case. 18 and 18. Ooh. Yeah, 36 points of damage, I'm afraid. 36. Oh. You got 18 for damage times 2 for the critical. Oh, okay, well, that's good, I guess, because you're unconscious. So yeah, the axe comes down and you try desperately to roll out of its way, but it catches you right through your side, penetrating your side badly, and perhaps even cracking a rib as it slams into the ground, coughing up a little blood. So you are unconscious. You're at minus 33, so you're at minus 3 right now. You don't actually die till minus 10. And actually, according to this, you cannot see each other.
Oh.
So your companion doesn't necessarily know that you have been axed.
Oh god.
What's that? Ned does, yes. Ned is particularly concerned at the moment, because your death.
So he's bleeding there, invisible. The guy that has the healing powers can't see him.
Yes, that is an accurate analysis of the situation.
Oh god.
Okay. Well, yeah, but you didn't really try to escape. You kind of just stood there. I think that's what Tessus was kind of trying to do, is like move away from the area. But anyway, and the other one. Okay, the giants are unaware that they've actually hit anything, because the amount of blood on such a large axe would be, minuscule by comparison. But so they're still just kind of chopping into the ground all over the area. They don't need to. They're just standing there chopping at the ground where. Well, actually, there's only one there standing there chopping at the ground where you guys are. They don't need to charge. He's just standing there because, that's where the other giant said you guys just disappeared. So he's just whacking into the area. The other one took off. Yeah, the other one took off after Marlon because he took off running, and that brings us to. And Ferret, you get a big miss from yours.
Yay!
and that brings us to Tessus.
I see the giants feebly trying to hit into the ground. Also, I think.
You did see the one take off after Marlon when he for some reason decided to run for it, and but this one, he figures that his companion has that one, so he's still gonna try and chop at the ones that are still in the area here.
Alrighty.
Okay. Anyway, Tessus.
Okay, so I'm thinking it might be better for me to just move out, because if I'm in this type of foresty environment, I'm already pretty hard to spot.
Mm-hmm.
Right. This giant that the only one that's left hasn't taken any damage.
Well, no, he's not the only one that's left. There's the one that's on you guys. There are two that are getting their friend out of the spell you have him stuck in, and he's actually going to be free this round. So there's two.
Okay.
There's two more heavily armored ones. Remember there were a total of 6 in all.
Okay.
So there were the two that were on you.
I meant like the only one in. I was imagining like this little area.
Yeah, this is the only one that's a threat to you. There's the two that are helping their companion. There's the two that are on you, and 2 moved out along the edge of the forest. That look like, but you're not really sure because they disappeared off to the side. So they may be heading off in a different direction.
Interesting. There's really not much I can do, the way I see it. So, yeah, I'm gonna just get behind a tree and. No, I don't need to get behind a tree. I'm gonna try remain hidden with my elven cloak of elven kind.
Okay.
Redundancy, Department of Redundancy. If an opportunity reveals itself, then I'm going to act.
Okay. So does that mean you're moving out of the sphere of invisibility?
Yeah, because I wouldn't know that he's not moving along with me. So once I notice it, that's the reason why I put on the cloak and all that.
Okay, well, I'm going to give the giant a chance to notice you as you briefly appear, but then cover yourself up. So, wait a second. No, he doesn't. He doesn't, in fact, notice you. He's too busy chopping at the ground, watching these leaves kind of get kicked up as he's chopping. Little creatures, where are you? I'm hungry. Um, and Ferret.
All right. I believe I am just going to go for a normal attack.
Okay.
You just lost Michael. I'm going to roll hit and damage at the same time, just to make it faster.
Yeah, it's fine.
So that, well, that was a good idea then.
Nice.
There we go. So that is a 9 to damage.
Sweet. All right. So, what are you using to hit him with, by the way?
My short sword.
Short sword. Okay. So he bends down with his stick, and you manage to stick him in the stomach. Oh, you little! He looks really badly hurt. He's bleeding out all of your sword and onto the ground in front of you. He looks like he's barely hanging on at this point.
My dog. Where is the dog?
The dog is nearby. He's kind of followed you, but he's kind of has his head down besides one of the trees there. Just.
Are you scared? Oh, plunk.
Yeah, he's terrified. He's never seen a giant before.
Oh, you might not never see one again. Oh gosh. Even my dog's crying about it.
The truth of that is startling. Marlon, you
Yes.
are running. You're now running through the forest.
Yes. What?
Carrying a flask of invisibility potion.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a huge giant thundering behind you as you go, and he's catching up rather quickly.
All right.
Because actually, yeah, you're a little on the slow side because of you're wearing full plate armor, which is
Right.
pretty tank-like. It's wonderful to not get hit, but not big on the speed or stealth.
Right. Have I drank the potion yet?
No, that would be you'd have to do that on your turn. So it's your turn now, and if you choose to, you may.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
Okay. I see you running like a madman and just like chugging it down, throwing the glass vial over your shoulder. Yeah, right.
It's funny because I was picturing that in my head the whole time.
So yeah, so you fade out of existence, except for the little poofs of leaves that are getting kicked up with each step. As you continue, as I presume you continue to run to stay ahead of this thing.
No, he stops right away and falls on his face.
If you want to assume that, you can. Although he does take a swing at you with his axe. He gets of course a minus because you're both running, but he's determined to try and stop you. And yeah, misses by a mile. The blade sings over your head as you stop, you little. Where did you go? Where did you go? Get back here! You can't run forever. Yeah. Let's see. The one on you, Ferret, is holding his gut, just as blood runs through his fingers, and he swings with his stick and just misses by a mile, slamming into a tree next to you, and he's kind of staggering towards you. You little, you're not gonna finish me off, not before I get you at least. But he misses in contrast to that statement. Okay. Now, at this point, the other giant is just kind of slamming his axe into the ground, in the area around where you guys were hidden. But he kind of slows down and he takes another swipe and misses anything and starts looking around. I was like, there's got to be more around here somewheres. So he starts just kind of swinging low toward the ground, just and give him a really. So he may get a really wild chance to hit you, but chances are not in his favor. The other ones managed to get their companion out, and psychic hits. Not. Nah, their weapons are just huge. In any case,
I thought we said no psionics.
Yeah. No, nothing like that. But the one that gets out of the that they got out of the entanglement finally, he goes kind of running over there. It's like they were here, right in this area. It's like he starts kind of like fishing through the through the leaves, trying to find something. Of course, he's going off in a completely different area, but as he's grabbing. All right, Tessus. They're still alarmingly close to you, but they don't seem to be going after you at this point because you kind of crawled away from the area in your cloak.
Okay. If I could get somewhere where I could spend 10 minutes casting a spell, I could kick all their asses, probably. Hopefully. Maybe. But, well, I didn't think you were going to let all of them.
Nobody asked.
Nobody asked if I could take care of it.
Isn't that the normal thing?
Okay. I guess it's not really asking who's the threat at this point, but what party members look in danger that I can see?
That you can see? None.
Okay.
You see no other opponents. You see no other companions near you. Because by this time, well, you haven't seen Ferret in forever. as far as combat goes, he disappeared a while ago. You're not even sure where he went at this point. You know that, and you saw your other companion run off as well. You can only assume that they were both terrified and ran for their lives.
If they're running for their lives, then I'm going to sneak away, then run for my life.
All right. Fair enough. So, all right. Let's see.
If I'll describe exactly what I'm doing, I'm still in my. I'm just going to sort of sneak around to the opposite side of the tree. Yeah, and then if I can, I might make a quick darting movement to another tree and do the exact same thing.
Okay. I'm gonna make a dexterity roll.
Okay.
With a -3. Yeah, you need to roll under, so you actually add. You're gonna add 3 to your roll.
Okay. So
they're pretty much actively looking for you at this point. Plus, you're not exactly trained in stealth.
Alright. So basically, I need a 10 or under.
Yeah. So 50-50 chance is pretty good. Let's roll 20 or 19.
Is 19 what?
Not for you, but it works. No, not me. I have no vested interest in whether you guys live or die. But the Giants, however, have another thought in mind. In any case, yeah.
Spoken.
Yeah. It would work either way. Either way, something is. It will cause something to happen. Let's put it that way. And in this case, what happens is you end up catching part of your cloak on the tree as you're trying to get around it, and it like kind of jerks off you a little bit, exposing you. And one of them says, "There he is."
No, it isn't.
And your response to that would be. Oh,
No,
that's
I'm
right.
not.
No, bloody hell. That's right. He's new to Monty Python, so it's he doesn't have it all memorized yet. It takes time. But yeah, you do show yourself, I'm afraid. But it's not quite their turn yet. It is, however, Ferret's turn.
I'm going to try and finish him off.
All right. Big money.
Did it not roll?
I think it did. I saw that for a second.
No, when I did that, it was taking them away, but...
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. It cleared everything. Never mind. Okay, here we go.
Oh, yeah. You have to select the die again and roll it.
Here we go.
Okay.
That is an 8.
I think that's a miss, I'm afraid. Hang on, let me double check.
No, I'm pretty sure it's alright.
Alright. Alright, Marlon, you're now invisible. Though of course, he was following you when you were running, so he can see your footsteps at this point. So he will have a minus to strike you, but he at this point he still knows where you are.
All right. How far am I from Ferret?
You have no idea.
Okay.
You have no idea where he went. I will let you know if you come upon him, though.
Okay, great.
I'll tell him you're looking for him.
Okay, please do. All right. Marlon starts zigzagging through the trees.
Okay.
Alex, take all my calls.
Your all my calls? What? Hold all my calls? What? Anyway.
All my Michaels.
Yeah. It's your business, sir. Okay. So, all right. So I'm gonna have you make a dexterity roll, and he'll do the same.
No. No, I'm fine. Sure. I mean, there's nothing really on my channel, but if you want to. Sure, the vile phenomenologist. Can find.
Yeah. Well, we lost Michael. Where'd he go? We didn't lose his signal, but we lost him.
No, he's right there. He's the broomstick.
Yes.
I
He
knew he was gonna skip it. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I need you to make a dexterity roll, and I don't know if you did that.
No, I didn't.
Okay. So basically, you want to roll under your dexterity.
Okay, it looks like my dexterity is 15.
Okay. So yeah, you want to roll 15 or below.
I got a 3.
Awesome. And he actually rolled pretty high, which is bad for him. So you managed to get around one of the trees, and he just passes you, and you kind of duck as you see him pass by, and he's looking on the ground, looking for the footsteps. Where'd he go? Oh! And he kind of swings his axe and takes a chunk out of one of the trees as he's running, just out of frustration. And he's kind of zigzagging himself, trying to pick up your path again. But at this point, you're kind of standing next to one of the trees, immobile.
All right, I'm just going to stay there for a minute.
Okay. Well, he kind of wanders off, still going in that direction, still looking for footprints, and kind of swinging his axe toward the ground, just taking wild swings. So let's see. The giant that's on you, Ferret. He actually kind of swings and unbalances himself, and he falls. You there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. He unbalances himself and falls on the ground in front of you.
All right.
And we have one big one going after Tessus here.
Whoa.
Yeah. What?
No, that's what my character's doing to the giant.
Okay. So are you actually going to try and tell him to stop? Or?
Yeah, stop. Come on, we can be friends. You want gold, food?
All right. You know what? If you want to make a charisma roll, I'll give you a very slight chance of at least taking him off guard.
What? You want to be my friend?
Yeah, those be startled that you're talking to them. You get a minus 3 on that one, but so add three to your roll. Okay, yeah, no, you. Actually, well, what's your charisma?
10. It's like very low, but minus 3, so I need to get 7 or higher or lower.
Lower, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what is that, an 8 or a 6?
6.
Oh, cool. So you did it. So he rolls back with his axe and he's like, why? Well, you told him to stop, so he's like...
Yeah. We can be friends. You want gold? Money? No. Giants don't need money. Food. Gold can be used for goods and services. You can get as much food as you want. I say as I'm slowly backing away.
Hey, you are food.
Oh, no, you wouldn't want to say that. You see these horns? Very inedible. Very, very inedible. You'll probably just poke your tongue out on them, and then you won't be able to eat for like a week.
Must taste like goat, I'm sure. We've had goat before. Goat's fine.
Rotten goat, more like. And as we run away.
All right. Yeah. All right. Well, the two of them are going to go after you, and one of them is going to get a swing at least. What's your armor class again?
Oh god, armor class.
Who else has actually swung at you?
-10? No, 2.
Probably
2.
Okay. Still pretty good though. And yeah, misses. So you feel the wind of an axe kind of swing over your head as they both take off in pursuit of you.
As I run, I check my horn to make sure he didn't nip the top of either of them.
Now, at this point, the only direction you have to run is kind of back in the direction you guys came from, towards the cave and eventually towards town. So that's kind of the direction you're headed in at the moment. The others were headed off kind of perpendicular to that path. So they're heading kind of east, basically. Oh yeah, they've been off you. They've because once they they were gonna go after that area for I think it was 4 rounds, and then if they didn't find anything, they were gonna search other areas. But of course then no, but once the giants move off, as they actually all have now, you're laying there alone in the forest, invisible, bleeding, and your companion kind of finally flies down, and kind of lands on your chest and curls up into a little ball on your chest. Waits. No. Well, he might be able to bring you the bottle, but he can't open it.
If someone stabilized him.
What was that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. If he could find someone, yeah. But right now, all your companions are run off in 3 different directions.
What's that?
So,
Trapped in the well?
in any case, so that brings us back to Tessus. Now, you are fleeing pursuit from these dragons, giants.
Slightly worse than
They're not dragons. I'm kidding. They're dragons. No,
Oh god, they're gonna turn into dragons later.
Oh god, we're fighting the dragons?
yeah, I was kind of feeling it wasn't a big enough challenge, so I decided to up the
Oh yeah. You know, because we're just chopping right through them like butter.
No, it was a Freudian slip, I'm afraid. But anyway, yes, Tessus, the 2 giants are directly behind you, and there's one, the one that you entangled is shortly behind, is close behind them. He's not happy. He's not happy you tried to set fire to him.
Okay.
He has a grudge.
I succeeded at setting fire. They had to put it out.
Well,
okay.
yeah.
I'm gonna try.
You might not want to use that as your opening line with him when you try to talk your way out of it.
Okay. Well, I'm going to continue running. Hopefully, I'm actually going to keep my eye out for any overgrown areas, because I know it wouldn't really stop a giant that much, but still give me a slight advantage running through, and if that could give me time to get into an advantageous position.
I mean, you can find the occasional group of trees where a couple of them are pretty close together that you could probably get through, that they would have a hard time, and at the very least it kind of forces them to kind of go around it. So things of that nature.
Yeah. All right.
Yes. Wait, which one? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't expect you guys to get me to anything in the woods. This was supposed to be a, just passing through. But alas, you had different plans. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, is that a siren?
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Over here.
Yeah. So
Coming for me again.
not again. So, Tess, if you want to try to just run and evade them, or if you want to turn and do something, or
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna try run and evade them through like some.
plead for a swift death.
Well, it doesn't really offer me the hope, but I realize my ring, with my special ring, they'll need to physically destroy my entire body. But then I remember he referred to me as food, so
Ooh.
I don't think I would want to reconstitute myself.
Well, I suppose if they chewed you up, swallowed you, and pooped you out with the ring still part of it, you might regenerate from that, I suppose. But would you want to? After having experienced a hill giant's digestive tract from beginning to end, would you really want to recover from something like that?
No. I'd be the weeping satyr.
Excuse me. Anyway, yeah, no, that is a good point. But anyway, yeah, so just
Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna duck through some trees that are very close to each other, and then I'm gonna cast web to create a huge barrier.
okay, awesome, that'll do. You gotta just throw it between 2 trees.
Yeah.
All right. You do that. I don't.
Yep.
You shouldn't have to roll for it. So, they're kind of forced to go around, and they basically, the two of them basically run right into the web. So let's see what the effects of that are. It's a second level spell. If I remember correctly. It's been a while.
Yeah, the web spell, I believe, because they're giant-sized, it doesn't hold them that well.
No,
Like,
but
they can break through it very fast. Like, I believe it's...
relatively, yeah. Let me do a quick check here. Okay, so
one through... Is that 1 inch or 1 foot of webs per segment?
hang on. Okay, so 10 feet thick, mass, 40 feet high and 20 feet wide. Yeah, they can break through it, but it does take time.
Yeah.
So they get through 1 foot of web per round. So that's.
Isn't it even easier than that? It's per segment, isn't it?
No, not. I'm using the first edition player's handbook. I don't know what are you using.
No. This website, AD&D's. Okay. Again, I'll look it in the description.
No. Well, I have the official D&D player's handbook first edition, so I'm probably gonna go by this in case it's a misprint. But basically, and you probably do too because this one's to your benefit. So
yeah.
In this case, so creatures with 18 or greater strength, they break through at 1 foot of the web per round, and it's like 10 feet. So they're gonna be the two of them are gonna be pretty stuck in there for a while. And weaker creatures can actually have a cumulative chance of suffocating to death in it. So it's a pretty tough spell.
You heard that, halfling? You're lucky you weren't in there.
Yeah, no one actually heard it except the trees and the two giants who slammed into the web. That's true. The third one, however, with the grudge, did not slam into it, but he's not entirely sure where you are because you went through a pair of trees that he can't go through, and you're also blocked by the web. So, although you're not invisible, you do have your cloak still, and he is unable to spot you at this point.
Do I count as being in foliage at this point?
Counted what?
As being in foliage?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so my Satanist is also there.
I keep forgetting you're a satyr too. That's
90% undetectable in foliage.
Yeah. So you can actually pass through the woods without. I mean, you don't even need the cloak to be practically invisible moving through the woods. All right, cool. So you managed to duck away, and if you wish to remain hidden from this third one, you may.
I think I'm gonna wait, and on my next turn, I'm gonna entangle him just to be a dick.
You're bad. That's just evil. Well, maybe not, because he's going to try and kill you if he gets hold of you. So Ferret. So Ferret. This giant is prone now, laying in front of you. He can barely get up at this point. In fact, at this point he's going to be unable to attack you.
I think I'm going to attempt and stab him in the eyeball.
Okay. I'm just going to say you can basically do a coup de grace on him and finish him off however you like.
There you go. That's 4 damage.
Yeah, because he's bleeding out and still enfeebled. He's just a sad creature. So you plunge your dagger through his eyeball into his brain cavity. Of course, your forearm ends up like halfway into his skull because of just the depth of the eye socket. And but yeah,
kind of say, in a smart-ass way, see you in hell.
Oh man! If a player had made that pun, he'd be taking some random damage right now. Anyway, yeah. So you finish it off, and Marlon, your friend has gone stomping off into the woods in search of you. You can still hear him kind of thumping around, but you no longer see him.
All right. Well, I'm going to continue into the woods. We're going to walk around a bit.
You're going to continue on into the woods? Okay. Okay, make a wisdom roll. So you want to roll a d20 under your wisdom. This is for perception. It's basically the equivalent of a perception roll.
Who, Marlon?
Marlon, yes.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be great for him.
I know.
No, my wisdom is a 9 and I rolled a 17.
Okay. Yeah, so you go kind of wandering off. All right. Okay. He's very smart, yeah. He's also very terrified, however, but he's not. Yeah. Yes. Well, he's afraid to go. He's afraid to go anywhere near the giants right now, because. Oh, he's terrified that they'll come back, but right now they're not here. So, if they come back, he'll take off. But right now he's just trying to keep you He's trying to comfort you emotionally. Okay. Right.
You're so optimistic.
Well, to be fair, it's not looking good for him at this point.
Also, unfortunately, I think I've been muted. I think I muted myself for quite a while on the recording thing, but oh well.
Oh, okay. Well, it'll work out. All right, so, okay, so it's the giant's turn. Ferret, off in the distance, not too far from where you are, you hear another heavy stomping in the woods. There can only be another giant. It kind of sounds like it's off to your right somewhere. It doesn't sound like it's coming towards you, but it's definitely a giant stomp.
Okay. It's not my turn, right?
No, it's not. But I wanted to just to let you know about that.
Okay. All right.
And actually, make a wisdom roll just to. This is a perception thing. Actually, can you try to remember thieves? Do they hear noises?
I'm pretty sure. Let me see.
Yeah. In that case, if they do
Hear noise.
do a hear noise roll.
That doesn't make sense. I have a better chance making a wisdom check.
Do you really?
Yes.
If you prefer, then you can do that.
I don't get that at all.
Well, I think it depends on the kind of noise, because the hear noise that the thieves use actually are for things that most people couldn't hear. So in other words, this is something anyone could hear if they're paying attention, basically.
All right.
That would be more for something else. Okay.
What did that? That was a 9, and I have a wisdom of 11.
Cool. All right. You're pretty sure that in addition to that, somewhere far, far off to the left, you're not sure how far, you might hear some other large footsteps, but it's just at the edge of your hearing. You're there's now a moment of silence where you are, with no one trying to kill you at the moment.
All right.
And that's actually all that any of the giants can do at this point, except for the one that is looking for Tessus and failing. He came around. He went around the webbed trees and is kind of searching on the other side, but has not found you. And it is in fact Tessis's turn.
Okay. So I'm going to make Dawn my threat to entangle him.
All right. If I remember correctly, there's not really. It's a pretty easy entangle, isn't it?
I'm not sure if they get a save. If they do,
save for half. Yeah. Ah. He rolled a 3. He rolls a 3, so he's in. Yeah. So he is entangled again.
Oh, not again.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, what the? You little bullshit bastards. and you hear some expletives that you can only assume are giant expletives.
Seems like a nice guy.
Well, I speak giant, so...
Oh, there you go. Yeah, so
I stand there.
He makes some very, very rude comments about your lineage and something to do with a pregnant yak, but you're not really sure. So that brings us to Ferret.
Alrighty then. I'm gonna try to make my way back to the group, but I'm going to move silently to do so.
Okay. Make that roll.
Clear. Get my percentile dice. I'm good.
Ding. Okay. All right. So you're moving silently through the forest. Marlon, you're now no longer hearing the sounds of giant stomping at this point. Well, you are just at the very edge of your hearing.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and take a regular potion of healing, and then check back up to where try to find my way back up to where we were.
Okay, back to where the fight was going on originally. Okay, that's it. That's easy enough. You didn't go terribly far, so you can backtrack. You can backtrack fairly quickly and easily.
I might still have a chance.
So you get back there, and
what's the potion of healing?
Oh, it's D8. I don't remember if there's a +1. I can double check that. I think it's definitely D8. What was that? Yeah, I think it's just D8. All right. Oh, he's gone again. Oh, hopefully he heard that part. And
there he is.
Yeah. Okay, there you are. Did you get that part about the? It's just D8.
Yes, it's just a D8.
Okay. All right. So you managed to drink that on the way back, but you do get back to the clearing. The only things left here are a frozen giant who's stuck in mid swing. Another one with his throat burned out by magic missiles, and he has burns on him. The one that had done all the damage to you, which you feel not bad about at all. And that's about it.
And Ned? Ned curled up on my chest, floating in the air.
Ned, huh? Well, Ned is invisible right now because he's blending in. But Ned does fly over, and so you suddenly see this little tiny dragon begin kind of circling your head.
He's seen him before.
Has he seen Ned before?
Yeah, a couple times.
Okay. All right. So you see Ned, and you hear you hear a little voice in your head that says, Zilus is hurt. He's on the ground here.
Where?
Yeah, you see kind of circles around this spot on the ground.
Feels around.
Okay. You feel around. Finally, you feel him, and you pull your hands up, and they're like soaked in blood.
All right. Let's see. He is unconscious, correct?
Yeah, but he's.
So
you can tell he's bleeding. You can tell he's bleeding pretty badly.
Right.
What?
There's no way I can administer a potion to it.
There's what?
There's no way I could administer a potion to him.
Yeah, you can.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. The regular ones didn't.
Okay. So you have another one?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And so he's at -8 right now. So roll the. This is a regular one.
No. I think. Yes, I do.
Okay, so you're doing another extra healing, and you're doing the whole thing.
The whole thing.
Okay, so roll 3d8 plus 3.
Let me see if I can find it.
You can use dice roll if you want.
And I'm on my phone.
Oh, okay.
The first one's 6.
Okay.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and you said plus 2?
3.
So 17.
Okay. So that manages to bring him up to okay. To 9. So he kind of gags on the last bit of it as he manages to cough, and kind of pull himself to consciousness. At least you assume he is. You still can't see him.
All right. I try to look around and see if there's anyone else. What the giant state is. I mean, I saw him like leaning over me and giving me the potion, and I just want to see if we're safe. Make sure. And I say, the giants. Where is everyone?
You don't see an immediate threat. You see one dead one, and then the one frozen one.
Okay, but I directed that at Marlon and Ned.
Yep. Well, Ned tells you, the other giants have chased your companions.
All right, I try to get up.
Okay.
Am I able to like move around? Are my wounds like I don't know how potions work.
Yeah, you're definitely weak. The wound in your side has sealed itself and the bleeding has stopped. But you're still quite weak from the ordeal. All
right, I lean on Marlon and get up, and as I'm walking up, I say, "Did you see where they went? The giants."
And Marlon just sort of like points towards the forest somewhere.
I look back and I look back through the forest, and then I look at Marlon again, and I say, we should probably go find them.
Well, yeah, I think so. 6. Okay. Alright. I need each of you to roll. Everyone's there, which I think there's just the 2 of you, right? Well, plus.
And Ned.
I'll roll for Ned. Okay. Make a wisdom roll, please.
Okay.
Hey, I got it.
All right. Oh wow.
That's a 13, so plus 1. That's 9.
No. There's no plus. You just roll. You have to roll under your wisdom. That's all.
Oh, okay. Well, then I got it.
Okay. Yeah, you all start looking around and you see momentarily panic to see the big guy who's frozen. His hammer finally finishes its arc, wham, and slams into the ground. And he gets up and says, "Ugh," and starts turning towards you.
Roll initiative.
Yep. Remember, D10 you lowers better.
D10. Okay. Plus
Giant has a
Close to mine now,
giant-
Alex.
plus
What's
or
that?
minus.
How much ground have I covered?
I got a 7.
You are going to be there this round, actually. What was that again?
7.
7? Okay. Giant got a 3.
There are so many statistics on this. Do I get minus or plus from anything?
Only a dexterity, but I don't think your dexterity is high enough, so it's just a straight roll.
My dexterity is 13.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
think no reaction bonus for that. No?
Yeah. 1.
Do you want me to roll
Okay.
as well?
I'm sorry. What was that?
You want me to roll as well?
Well, no, you're not there.
Yeah. Alright.
So, but I will have Ferret roll because he's going to be there at the end of the round. So, well,
It's a 6.
a 6. Okay. 6 and Zilus 1. Okay. Well, Zilus, you get to react first.
I'm just trying to see what level the spell I want to cast is. It's level 4. This should be fun. Alright, the spell range half of the thing, so I guess that's 5 feet per level. That would be 50 feet. I try to move like as far away from that giant as I possibly can, and then cast my spell. Alright, area effect 1 creature. The spell in question is Polymorph Other.
Okay.
That would be... Okay. There's a base 100% chance that this will also change its personality. Okay. So, for each 1 point of intelligence of the creature polymorph, subtract 5% from the base chance. Okay, you're gonna probably have to look up the spell because there's so much stuff here.
That's
Math.
fine. What's the level?
Level 4, polymorph Other.
Okay. All right.
I think he has to make that system shock check thing.
Yeah.
No wonder in all those iconic videos where they have the DM screen in front of them and they're playing old school D&D, the guys are looking at the DM screen the entire time.
Dude, you have no idea. This is like 4 separate math systems for this one spell.
Yeah, sort of. Yeah, on here. I'm not gonna worry about that part right now because the.
Holy shit.
Okay. Saving throw negates. Alright, well, before I read any of it, let me roll a saving throw first, because if he makes a saving throw, then I don't need to read any of it. So we'll do.
Saving throw negative. What does that mean?
No, that means it negates.
Oh,
If
okay, yeah.
If it was none, it would say none.
Okay.
So basically, it's one of those, it either works or it doesn't. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna. I'll go on here just to.
And if it does succeed, let me know, because I want to describe how it works. Or if it doesn't, same thing. But I want to see how it works first.
Alright, hang on. 9. Okay, got a 9. And this is against.
I think this is the only time in any RPG where rolling a 1 would be great.
Yeah. Let's see what's higher in this case. So, I don't think the Giants get a bonus or anything like that. So, alright, yeah, it works.
It works?
Yep.
Okay. I would like to describe how I cast it then.
Sure.
Alright. Alright, I turn around. Let me just check if this fits the description. Verbal, semantic, and material. What's the material? Caterpillar cocoon. Alright. So I grab my spell components pouch and I rummage through it as fast as I can to feel for the thing for this spell. I find the cocoon. I drop my spell pouch and probably a couple of spell components drop out. And as I'm running, I turn around and I cast. I throw the cocoon into the air, and I put my fingers on my this thing. I don't know what it's called in English. Template. Yeah. I put both of my fingers and I focus hard and I imagine the giant as a chicken.
Okay, well, the giant becomes a chicken.
That's all. Yeah. Can I kick it? I want to punt the chicken.
Does his personality change?
We'll take a shot.
I want to take him as a pet, or anyone else if you guys wanna. Maybe you need it. That would be something.
Oh yeah.
I really need to punt it. I need this in my life. Have we not played Fable? All of us should have by now.
Well, you're unclear by looking at it, but you're pretty sure the personality has changed. So yeah, it thinks it's a chicken, or it is a chicken.
Nice.
I pick up my spell components pouch and I pull it back into my pocket.
Yeah, I think if it still thought it was a giant, it would be charging at you right now, even as a chicken.
That would be great.
But alas, it has this kind of glazed look that it begins pecking at the forest floor for small insects. It is at this point that the Ferret shows up. You see your friends gather around your. You do not see the wizard anywhere. Actually, you do now.
You see me standing 10 to 5 feet away from the chicken and telling Ned out loud. You don't know where Ned is. Ned's probably like on a tree or something.
Yeah,
I don't know where Ned is. But you see me speaking out loud. So you like that, Ned?
Alright, so I show up and what exactly do I see?
Well, you see the wizard Zilus, who is covered in blood, from pretty much the chest down is just drenched in blood. There's blood all over the leaves. You see Marlon there looking pretty rough himself, but probably a little bit better. And then you see a chicken pecking at the forest floor.
I kind of just shout real quick, "Where's the giant?"
Chicken!
Zilus looks around to see what was going on. He's a bit surprised, like almost ready to go another round with like fighting and maybe even try to run for it, use some magic. But as soon as he sees a friendly face, he's like, oh. And then he smiles a bit, like a weak, tired smile, and he looks back to the chicken and points at it at the ground. That's the giant. That's one of them, at least.
I kick it. I'm serious, this is happening.
Oh, see, that's mean.
Do you do a charge kick?
It's just a chicken.
Do you do a charge kick and try to throw it as far as possible?
It's a lie.
It's just a chicken. At least it thinks it's a chicken, so for all intents and purposes, it is a chicken.
Well,
right, I pick it up and wipe off my blood with... I'm just kidding, I don't do that.
It has no reason why you're treating it so cruelly. But soon after you kick it, it forgets anyway.
Yeah. Well, then I'm doing it, though. Like, what do I need to make?
You don't need to roll for that.
No, he should probably roll something to see how far he kicks it.
Make a strength check?
If you want, I guess it's up to you.
He doesn't know that the chicken's personality is different now.
Well, fair enough, but yeah, I'm not gonna make you roll for it.
Alright, that's the exact opposite type of critical I wanted.
So you kill the chicken.
Aww.
Dinner.
Oh, well, I rolled a 20, so.
Yeah, you killed the chicken.
Okay, but how far did he kick it?
I'll let
This
him
is the
describe.
important part. What
No, that
exactly
next
happened
roll.
visually?
I will let him make that decision.
Oh, you want me to go ahead
Yeah,
and describe?
It's a 20.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm standing there and I'm just like, where's the giant? And he looks over and points and he's like, that's the giant. And I'm like, oh, well then, you like picking on things smaller than you, hey? And then I just kick it as far as possible and it just goes,
Slams into a tree and a big cloud of feathers flops to the ground with its head is kind of askew now as it kind of runs around the ground with its head kind of flopping with the broken neck.
that look fits him well.
Now we should deal with Tessus at this point. And what
Zilus would normally
yeah,
disapprove of the kicking, but he doesn't care. He's too tired to notice.
hold on, I'm talking to Tessus here. Tessus, go ahead.
Yeah. I bring out a scroll and I'm like, maybe this will make you a little more pleasant to deal with. So I cast sleep on them.
Okay. All right.
Sleeping gas on them, I should say.
Well, it's just sleep, right? Standard sleep spell.
Oh, sleeping gas, yeah. Pretty much.
Okay.
As far as I'm assuming these guys have 6 or more hit dice.
Yes.
Okay, so they just save
they do.
normally.
Okay. Alright. Then. None of them make it. So they all fall asleep.
So they're all asleep.
So you're like
Yes.
the Pied Piper.
Okay, now that they're all, not only are all of them asleep, but they are all tangled. So,
Yeah.
you know, I would think I could easily cut all their throats at this point.
Or rather, Pan. Sorry, not the Pied Piper.
Yeah, very different.
Yeah.
yeah.
What'd you say? Where's their pan?
That's a very different thing. Yeah. The difference between Pan and the Pied Piper.
Oh. I thought you said, where's their pants? And I was like, what?
That's sick.
No, you make them fall asleep and then you steal their pants and go away.
They're asleep. Let me go ahead and molest them.
Oh, yes.
Not
Alright,
even
so
a safe
This game just went south.
just
Just?
No, I think he means southern US now.
Anyway.
We just got south. We've been going there, though.
Well done that. Anyway, you do not have to roll to cut the throats. You might have to dispel your entangle to get at the other one, otherwise you'll entangle yourself. But which I presume you don't want to do. But other than that, you can just take care of them. So,
yes.
do you do so?
Yep, they are taken care of.
All right. All right.
Probably
So
the
there
most
you go.
effective spell this fight.
Pretty close, yeah. And where do you go at this point?
Alright. Well, they probably need my help. I head back. After bravely running away.
Well, that was the popular tactic.
Yeah.
In a way, it was brave because it was diverting attention from me.
Yeah, but they didn't know that, so it's not really brave.
Well, technically, he
They had no idea you were dying on the ground. So
right.
Oh,
Good point.
nope,
Yeah, so-
pure cowardness.
Well, cowardice saved the day this time.
It did. So okay,
That's
so
the motto.
you are you are finally all reunited in this little grove of carnage, which is now covered in blood smoldering giant and gently wafting chicken feathers.
Where the hell did the chicken come from?
At this point, Zilus sitting on the ground, like holding his temples and like trying to get his head to stop ringing, and he waves in the big direction of the chicken and he says, "Giant."
A giant chicken?
I'm not sure if I want to probe further.
Right. So, all in all, it's all you since you first laid eyes on this. Since you first saw the giants emerge from the stronghold, it's probably been no more than it's been less than half an hour.
I have to pause here because I need to go to the bathroom, like really
Okay.
bad. But I'll be back in like 2 minutes.
Okay.
Well, I gotta get off to work. So.
Oh,
okay. All right. In that case, well, I'll stay on, but if we'll kind of stop the action here, but I'll let you guys kind of discuss what you want to do next. So.
Okay.
And Michael can catch up with that after.
All right. Be right back.
Okay.
So, how many giants did you say there were? Attacking the village?
Okay. Peaceful blue dragon dreams.
Well, right now they're not attacking the village. There were there were 3 that attacked the village initially, which these guys took care of. You ran into 4 more when you drew attention to the patrol that was heading off into the woods here. They managed to call for reinforcements, which sent 6 more up. Only 3 of which are actually dealt with at this point. There's still 3 out there in the woods somewhere.
Okay.
There was the one that ran off. There was the one that ran off after Marlon that missed him, and there were the 2 that seemed to go off along the tree line as if they were trying to perhaps come in around the outside, or perhaps any more interlopers.
So, how many giants is that dead total?
7
That would be
in the woods
You'll
here.
have to show me at another time.
So 7 dead.
That is correct.
Okay.
No, you're not.
I'm back.
So,
Yeah, there are 7 dead here in the woods, basically, in various locations. There are 3 that are out there somewhere. You don't know where.
okay, now I'm gonna go to the edge of the woods and try to look at the structure, and how many giants would live there? How many could fit?
Quite a lot. It's a fairly good sized stronghold, and they're. Hang on, let me get an idea for you. Make an intelligence roll.
Okay. Wait, let it roll to 2. Ignore the 8.
Okay.
Yeah, I made it.
Okay. Pay no attention to that 8.
Well, that was stressful. No, not stressful. It was anxious. An anxious situation.
Heroin.
It was a close one for you.
Well, honestly, I was okay with it because it's been a lot of fun so far, and dying invisible to bleeding, it would have been a cool death in my opinion.
It would have been interesting, certainly. Yeah, a kind of a very sad death in a way.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you figure that it could probably hold between, well, depending on how many rooms it has, it's a little hard to tell. But certainly as many as 30, perhaps more.
Now, out of character, I would say it in character, but I don't know, like, because I don't have that much experience with this stuff. I don't know if it's a good idea, like if my character would actually suggest that. But my character would think that if we have some more time before the giants attack the village, we should probably rest up a bit before we,
Well, long before the giants attack the village, they're going to come looking for their people that disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
Because first they sent out a patrol. The patrol called for help, so they sent 6 more.
Yeah.
And when they don't return, they're going to come out in full force.
That's when we could attack.
I hope you don't mean the full force.
No, I mean, my character would have gotten to that conclusion anyway, but I was thinking that resting up before we do anything would have been a good idea. That's why I was asking, like, how long do rests last and stuff like that? Like, can you rest in the middle of the day?
No.
Yeah.
Well, remember, you guys only woke up maybe a couple hours ago, so you're not going to be able to sleep now, certainly.
Well, not sleep,
yeah.
like... Okay, yeah, I guess that's a good point. Personally, I could sleep any time of the day, even if I just woke up. But yeah, so
you must have a special feat or something. Can sleep any time. No, you can't. You're not going to be able to recover any kind of spells or hit points other magical.
I think one of the things my character was suggesting actually, while we were discussing all this stuff, like burning their place down and all that, and when they actually exited the place, I think my character, one of the suggestions was that we wait until they send a patrol, and that we can attack then, and there will be less of them, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And when they sent out another patrol, he'd probably be more confident about that now.
Oh yeah, well, you realize the next group is probably going to be pretty huge.
Yeah,
because at this point they're going to assume that.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if we watch them from somewhere like far away, hidden, something like that, and wait for them to actually leave, you know?
Yeah.
We could go in and kill their leader, which is our mission: kill their leader, not kill all of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Although remember, this is a chieftain. He's not a king, so he may actually. Come out with his people at this point.
We don't know that. I'm assuming, not me, my character is assuming that, since he doesn't know much about giants anyway, he's assuming that this leader, since he's so important that, you know, killing him would make them all not want to do anything, he's assuming that the last thing they do will be send their leader with them, like when they make their full-out assault, basically.
Okay. Alright.
Just like he assumed that lying down on the ground would be a good idea, while I would have probably ran away.
Yeah. Yeah, that has to be one of the most interesting techniques I've seen. Is lying on the ground. Oh, there you go. Check log out. Thank you. What I was going to say is there? We'll see what the sheep gets back. Is there anything else you want to do, Ferret? As I don't want to go too far at this point because
I'm gonna drink some potions probably if we're not gonna rest. But I haven't read the rules for the potions yet, so I'm gonna do that in our offline time.
Yep. Well, they're pretty straightforward. Extra healing. If you drink it all at once, you get 3d8 plus 3. 3 die 8 plus 3.
Okay.
Or you can drink it in sections. So you can drink each set, and if you drink each, you can drink it in thirds. And each third gives you 1d8. So you get a greater benefit if you drink all 3 together, basically.
Yeah, I got that. I'm gonna drink one then whole.
Okay, so that
wait, I have 33 hit points, so I need like 24, right, to max it out.
Yes.
So I have a pretty good chance of getting like 20-ish.
Yeah, 3d8 plus 3.
3d8.
The regular healing potions just do 1d8.
3d8 plus 3. Okay.
Yeah, 3d8 plus 3. That's correct.
That's 15.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. so that'll bring you up a little bit.
That's pretty decent. Although, I mean, they hit me once and they took me. They killed me outright, basically, almost.
Yeah, spellcasters are extremely vulnerable in this game.
Yeah, so I'm not sure how drinking potions is gonna help me that much. I'm gonna have to be really careful. But
hey, you know what? If you hadn't been at full strength, you would definitely would have died. So
that's a good point.
Even if one hit brings you down,
Also, I don't think I actually have any other potions. Like, I think I have just 2 extra healing potions and no other healing potions.
Okay, yeah, I know you had different numbers.
Oh, I do have 1.
Okay. Ferret, are you going to be doing anything?
I just rolled my healing potion and it put me back to full health.
Okay.
But other than that, I mean, I really don't.
So unless you guys want to talk strategy,
I would, but the last time we did that, the giants came out of the keep.
Yep. Well,
although we're a bit far, I guess, right now. So if they were moving around the place, they wouldn't see us. We're like in a forest.
They're not going to see you from the keep. But yeah, you would say probably within the next. You probably have an hour before
they send out another patrol.
They send out more people. Well, this had probably a bigger number to try and find out what happened to their people. Because the first patrol, they just sent for like light reinforcements, which was the 6. If none of them return, then they're gonna fear the worst and come out in full force, assuming that there's some sort of army attacking them or whatever.
I think I was actually AFK while you were explaining to the chief how many there would be in a place like that big.
30 or more.
Definitely 30 or more.
Okay. Damn. I would.
Right,
okay, I think I have a plan, but I'm gonna let you guys do whatever you want, because I've been taking too much time.
Okay. Well. Alright, guys. I'm speaking in character here. Alright. Well, if we wait out here, they're eventually going to send more guys out of their fortress. Now, do you guys think that they'll do that before or after the lot that just went deeper into the woods show up here?
There's more of them in the woods? I thought you killed them all.
No, there are 3 that are still on the loose somewhere.
I think those guys will come back first, probably. Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't say guys because a wizard doesn't use the word guys unless he's saying this guys.
Fair enough. Guy, it's guys. Gyze. It's an elven term. It means folk.
Yeah.
Alrighty then. Well, if that's the case, then would you guys say we want to ambush those 3?
If we wait for an ambush, we might miss our chance, I think. Alright, out of character. Did you actually mention that 10-minute spell of yours to us?
No.
In that case, my character doesn't know shit. My plan included keeping you safe while you do that, basically on their keep or something. But that's a terrible plan. But it's it's a start. So yeah, my character does not actually have any ideas.
Okay.
Maybe we should hold it off until the next session, unless you guys. You
guys can kind of chat too, with in between.
You're not gonna time us?
Well. No, that's fine. I'm
okay.
I'm not gonna time you.
Good GM.
Well, we try.
I mean, like
the royal way.
the way I see it, like you're supposed to have fun even when you're losing. So as long as you keep up the good game spirit, doesn't really matter if you kill us or not.
Well, like I said, my goal as Jim isn't to either save you or kill you. It's to provide a challenge and to play your opponents realistically, which unfortunately is sometimes brutal with giants.
Hey, like I said, I'm fine with brutal. But you're a pretty good GM. That's all I'm saying.
Thank you.
You know, Alex is mean. I don't like him. He's a bully.
I'm a bully.
He messages me on Facebook when we're not playing. He's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna kill you next game." I think he even called me ugly.
Prove it, Ginger.
Screenshot or it didn't happen, bro. Well, you see, what happened was he hacked my computer. No, I'm just playing.
Yeah. There you go. Okay, now you're getting in deep.
Now we're getting inside.
No one's gonna buy for a minute that I could be a hacker. I can't even. I got a headache trying to program in BASIC.
You use the spell.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I'm actually more likely to believe that Alex is a wizard than I am to believe that he's a hacker.
Oh, yeah.
And the weird thing about him being
I work on a Mac.
well, then you must be a wizard
Yeah, right.
to make it work properly. No, I'm just
It's
kidding.
certainly not a hacker.
No, he's a witch because he has an apple.
Ah, good point.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So the weird thing about him being a wizard is that he doesn't actually use his spells on people. He uses his spells on the dice.
You're a wizard, Harry.
He makes the dice
You're a hairy wizard.
hit 20 when they're hitting us.
You know, some of my other players would have you think so, but that's why I was. Well, like I said, that's why with I felt bad with those two criticals on Michael's character, because like I was so glad that those were on there.
Yeah, it worked out. It was pretty fun.
Yeah. I really thought he was dead.
Yay! I thought we were gonna die, but we didn't.
Well, I wasn't sure about everyone else, but I was fairly certain that
That's like a Game of
Marlon
Thrones.
was going to die. He was down to 2 hit points, and you know.
Mhm. But that's like a Game of Thrones type happiness. Like, you didn't die, go you.
Yeah, and it turned out that the wizard was the one who almost.
Well, to be honest, I was probably the most likely to die. Because I'm a wizard against giants, and I'm also pretty new.
Right. Well, and you guys also did really well with the one leader there who you had kind of just not thought about, because I was keeping tracks of how many rounds he was actually held. So I thought you might forget about him.
Yeah, I actually did.
It is.
I actually did when you said.
Especially once you guys split up, it's like, oh, great. Okay, so now there's stuff going on at the clearing. There's stuff
party.
going on in the woods. There's stuff going on here.
Kind of like Game of Thrones as well. There's stuff going on in this part of the country, then in this part, and then in another continent, and everyone's dying.
Pretty much, yeah.
So yeah, that giant actually did really scare me. It was literally a horror movie moment where you're like, oh, they're finally safe, and then they die at the end. That's how I felt.
Well, that's it. Yeah, it's like, oh crap. Well, yeah. I mean, fortunately, he was kind of facing the other way when he came out of it.
Yeah.
You know, it would have been no funnier if you were standing in front of him, looking up at him, like, I wonder what we should do with this one. Just as he, animate. Oh, bam! Oh, come on. But anyway, well, I'm gonna get going then, and you guys can, like I said, feel free to plot and plan in between now and next time, and good luck. Medamonos vobiscum et Filii et Spiritus Sancti.
Yeah. What?
It's a blessing.
Spanish.
Latin. It was Latin. I mean, I'm an ex-altar boy. I'm allowed one official blessing per week as an ex-altar boy. So you guys got it. Congratulations.
Okay.
Not really. Okay. All right. I'm gonna get going. I will see you guys later.
Yeah.
Wait, are you trying to say it isn't real?
I wouldn't say such a thing.
This is about where I'm gonna stop recording.
Right.
Wait, you're gonna put all this stuff on there?
The whole part after the game? Yeah, you guys were funny.
Oh, okay. Whatever. Peanut butter jelly time. Alright, bye.
Okay.